What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If the video looks a little weird right now, it's because I'm filming on my phone, but I just wanted to get a couple clips, so I didn't bring my camera. So, me and Brett, hi Brett, we're chilling over here at Jimmy's shop really quick because I had to pick up a sample for the new jackets, and this is not printed. I just wanted to see what the jacket looked like and felt like before we went into production. I just want to get a full view. So this is the jacket. I prefer to leave the bottom button undone, top button undone. Just kind of a more chill feel here. And you can also obviously rock it with all the buttons open and just kind of a chill jacket. It's really nice. It feels pretty good. How do you like it, Brett? You tried it on too.
It's pretty good. I like it. It's comfortable.
I'm stoked on it, so we had to pick up this sample. But now we're heading to Krispy's H2OI premiere. I helped film that video for him this year, and Brett behind the camera also helped me film being the driver car. So it was only natural to bring him. So now we're gonna go. We're about halfway there. So on to Brooklyn. All right, so it is the next day. That movie came out so good. I know I didn't film very much over there. I just went, talked with a bunch of friends, and watched the movie, and it was an absolute blast. Chris, thank you once again for inviting me along to the premiere. If you guys have not seen the movie, it will be out by the time this video is out, so I will leave a link in the description to check it out. Me and Chris both shot H2OI together this year, and it came out awesome. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely be sure to go in the description and check it out. But today we are going back down to Connecticut, and we're gonna go talk to Justin for a little bit because we have some Soarer stuff that we have to work out. And just before my next trip, this little guy came in. So hopefully we can get the Soarer worked out while I'm gone. So I just got to Jimmy's shop, and first order of business is actually getting this thing started. Battery was fine when I parked it, but I think I have some parasitic draw somewhere that just kind of eats the battery, so car's stone cold dead. And RJ was thankfully here to help me get in here, and he's buffing his car.
I'm always here at someone's time of need.
So we're gonna get this thing jumped and hear how loud and obnoxious it is with an open wastegate once again, and then it's off to Justin's. All right, so I didn't film it, but it's running, and it sounds just as bad as it did before. What do you think? Should I become a farmer now? Do I sound like I own a tractor?
You could definitely plow a field or two with this if you
Keep it as low as...
back the front end up a little bit, plot it down. I think you'd have a good harvest.
So I don't really want to keep it running for very long like this, so I'm gonna let the bags fill up, air the thing up, and just go straight to Justin's. It's not good to let it run like this for a long time, especially with no wastegate and no intercooler piping and stuff like that hooked up, so I definitely want to keep that to a minimum, but my bag system went completely empty, so I have to let that fill back up, and then I can dip out of here, go to Justin's, and we can talk about what we got to do. So obviously this thing is kind of down on power right now because it's just got one gigantic... What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you telling me? Are you telling me that my car's broken? I know it's broken. I'm like limping this thing so slowly. I'm probably doing 7 miles an hour, and this thing just sounds like I'm ready to plow a field. I'm ready to plow a field. Hire me. So, oh my God. Haven't driven this thing in like 2 months, at least this far. Not how I'd like to drive it, but it is what it is. Probably can't even see anything. Maybe that was overexposed, my bad. But we're doing it. This is gonna sound so bad. I'm gonna have to actually give it some beans to get out of here. Oh my God. This is so bad. Wow. I cannot wait until this thing is finished. It doesn't sound like this anymore. It's so horrendous. But thankfully, Justin's shop is literally a quarter mile down the street, so we're not really doing much harm. All right, so I successfully made it to Justin's shop. Hi, what's going on, man?
What's up?
Been doing a lot of work with you lately.
Yeah.
Not a bad thing, though.
I enjoy it.
So Justin is gonna kind of be my savior here with what's in here. So this is a Tile 44 replica wastegate. It's the same wastegate that Jimmy has on his 1J drift car, the S13. And I have Jimmy's approval to use it. He's had no problems with it. And I have a problem of wastegates not fitting. So that's where Justin comes in.
Yeah, we'll get it to fit.
Yeah. So I know some of you guys wanted me to go with like a better manifold and everything like that. The CX manifolds have gotten better over time.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's address that real quick.
Yeah.
Because you get that a lot.
Yeah.
You know, there was somebody that was offered in the last video to give you a manifold or whatever,
Yeah.
but the CX racing stuff 5 years ago was trash. The CX racing stuff now is actually pretty damn good. You know, budget-wise, their prices have gone up, but the stuff is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from using like old technology wastegates and stuff like that, which keeps costs down, the quality of their manifolds are good. The flanges are nice and straight. The piping is decent. So,
Yeah.
you know, there's no reason not to run it on something that's not making 1,000 horsepower.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That was my biggest thing. That, and as much as I appreciate custom manifolds and stuff like that, it was kind of a time basis thing as well, and I didn't want to have to wait a longer period of time to get a custom manifold made. Not that they're sick, they're super cool looking, but I just wanted something that I could get and put in and work, and that's what I have. It just needs a little bit more work done to it. So unfortunately we have to do that, but it is what it is. I also noticed as well while I was on the way over here, when I parked, I noticed it's kind of hard to see, but there is a leak of some sort from the bottom of the car. It looks like coolant. It doesn't look like oil. It's very watery, but we can't really see it with it on the ground. So Justin has got some work to do on this car, so we can't exactly put it on the lift right now. It's probably just a loose feed line or drain line or something somewhere. It's not detrimental, but there's no trails or anything, but it is something that I definitely want to check on before it's all done. And also, I know I'm talking a lot. I am kind of good at that. I bought a Greddy intercooler kit for the car as well. That's going to get shipped out in the next coming days, and then hopefully when I get back from my next trip, it will be here and we can install that and be done with this turbo kit, because it's kind of dragging along a little bit. You guys remember in the last video on the Soarer, we unboxed this gigantic, ridiculous wastegate, and Jimmy and all the boys ragged on me for it. So I went out and got the same wastegate that Jimmy has on his S13. So a lot smaller compared to the wastegate that came with the CX kit. The CX one is literally twice the size. So this should fit in there very nicely, and it comes with V-bands to weld onto the manifold and all of that stuff. So it should be a much better option for me. And I believe we already have a vacuum port that's open, ready to accept the vacuum on this. So that's Awesome. Thank you in advance for that, because
Yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna be going on a trip. By the time that this video is going live, I'll be on my way. I'm gonna go down to Florida for Adam again. He's got some stuff that he wants me to film. By the time that I get back, which should be a week and a half from then, this should hopefully be close to done, and then my intercooler stuff should be here. So then that could be slapped in, and then this thing is ready to come home. So I'm excited for that. And the weather's really nice. Today's 50. The last video, it was 15. So today's perfect jacket weather, and I'm pumped. So I'm going to leave all this to Justin. I know he's got work to do, and I don't want to take up his time anymore. So
We'll get it done.
yeah, thank you again in
very
advance. You always help me out in my time of need, and it's very much appreciated.
I'm so used to the last minute YouTube stuff that it's like, hey, can you
We're going to head back up to my shop and hang out with the guys for a little bit, because I got some stuff that Justin actually did for my friend that he's going to be putting on his car, which is cool. So
Yeah, that's what they fits.
yeah,
I hate building stuff off of a car.
Yeah.
Not having the car, but
that was the worry, but I think it's good.
yeah, I hope so.
I think it should be.
You marked it out good enough, so hopefully everything will fit right.
Yeah. So, all right, off to my shop. This car hasn't been on the channel for quite some time. Maybe some of you guys remember it, but hi Nate.
Hello.
This is Nate's 1987 Audi 5000, and it has been kind of down and out for the count for the past year and a half or so. And what kind of swap are you doing on it? Was it 20 valve?
For all intents and purposes, that's an Audi RS2 engine. This came with this engine, which is a 10-valve turbo Audi 5-cylinder. 2.2 block. The blocks are exactly the same, effectively. This, I just did JE pistons, IE I-beam forged connecting rods, coated main bearings, everything you can do to get it built up. It could handle like, 8 to 900 horsepower, theoretically. It won't, but I got a ABY intake manifold, an early one, where this is separate, and I gotta put that on. A late valve cover so I could run this, and then it's got converted to coil wire with a coil pack, which I have somewhere around here. It's a mess because I'm only the second person to actually put a 20 valve, and actually the first one put an RS2 style one into a Audi 5000, and it's fun.
Nate needed something made from Justin because he has a 3071. Is this a 3071?
This is 3071 generation 1, but I had a billet compressor wheel put into it.
Gotcha. So he had this kit put on the car, and the wastegate dumps back into the downpipe, but this was not long enough, and so we took this wastegate dump to Justin, and he flipped this because this orientation was wrong, and he also added like 3/8 of an inch of gapping in there.
And holy shit, he did I literally I took pictures, I kind of had this rough together, and I did like a little scratch mark. I told him like, if you put it about here, it should fit. And
yeah.
He looked at, all he needed to do was look at the pictures again, and it fit perfectly. This thing is rock solid.
Yeah, he nailed it.
Yeah.
Justin is the way to go.
Yeah, for all your fabrication needs.
So we're just kind of hanging out at the shop, chilling, working on stuff. This car is gonna slowly come together, hopefully for Wolfscart this year. That's like August. Yeah, ew.
It was that.
Ew.
And I had to.
Ew.
It was big ew. But this is a standalone harness for Ben's ECU I have there. All I need to do is hook up these wires with everything there, and it should run.
Sick. I'm gonna kind of like update this car as we go throughout the processes and things like that, and then there will be a video on this car when it's actually fully running and driving and all that stuff. But it's far away from that for now, but it will get done, and it's definitely a sick car. I remember this car 2 years ago, and it's one of my favorites. So I'm excited to see it come back, and this time with
big spoolie noises.
just kind of spent the rest of the night hanging out with the guys, and I forgot to film an outro clip. By the way, I hope you guys enjoyed the new intro to the channel. It's been 2 years of using the same intro now, and I felt like it was time to switch it up. I'm back home just packing up and getting ready for this trip. By the time this video is live, I'll be on the plane heading down to Florida. So if you see a gap in between uploads for the next week and a half or so, I apologize for that. It's just when I go on these trips, I'm going there to work. I'm not going to hang out and vlog and all that stuff. As much as I'd love to be able to make videos for my own channel, I'm there to work and get stuff done. So if I have the chance, I will try. I'll use my phone or something to make a video while I'm down there. But if you want to stay updated with me and stuff like that, you can always follow my Instagram. I'll leave it right here. I'll be down there for almost 2 weeks, and me and Adam are going to be filming a bunch of fun stuff. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting back into some nicer weather. And also when I get back, I should have all the parts for the Soarer to finish that up. And Pierce's car will also be bagged. So that's going to be sick. And I'm stoked to see his reaction. I may actually get him to film his own little video to upload while I'm down there, just because I think that'd be kind of funny. Our friend Chance is doing the bag install again, so he'll be a familiar face. I know this was another kind of talking video, but that's just kind of where I am right now, waiting on parts and traveling back and forth to places and things like that. So in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.